Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to discuss Fama French model using three factors. So far, we said that this is an extension of the capital asset pricing model, where we try to explain or to predict the returns of an asset using the excess market return. So we would want to predict the excess returns of an asset using the market returns. Okay, for this one, it's not only the market returns that we're using, but other other factors. The other factors that we're using was developed by Fama and French in 1963, and this was uh, I think it was updated 2015 or 2010, was it? If I'm not mistaken. So the choice assets that we're going to do are this one. So let me just first share this with you. Okay, I think this will do. Let me see, Control C. No, we will not have yet our quiz on Tuesday. We'll just have to schedule that. Okay, excess, Control X. Okay, so kindly copy this first. I think I gave this to you before, but let's just repeat the process. So what assets are we going to model? And there's a reason why I chose these assets. These assets come from different factors or different attributes, or let's say quality. The first one is IWM, iShares Russell 2000 ETF. So uh, it's a collection of more of small. SMB stands for small versus big, small capitalization. So when we run the model for IWM, we expect we're expecting that the coefficient for SMB will be positive. Okay, possibly uh, maybe different value or profitability profile than S&P 500. Okay, then we also have IWF, which is value and growth for value and growth ETFs. Okay, so that's your H minus high minus low. Okay, high high value for capitalization. Okay, versus low. Uh, Usually, if it's high value, it's the opposite of that is growth. So value and growth. This one is more for the size. Okay, size of the asset. This one is for value and growth. So it's IWF is more negative value exposure, which means that when we run the regression, okay, this might tend to be more negative. So it's tilted towards growth, okay, as against value. Okay, that's your HML, high versus low value. And then for sector, we have two here, technology and financials. Okay, so for sector, this tells us that this has negative value, but this is more on growth orientation. So we expect that same thing, HML, it will be negative, okay? Negative for the value and high for the growth. For financials, this will be more value tilted. So which means that we expect the HML factor here to be positive rather than negative. Of course, these are just estimates, okay? Uh, Generically, this is financial, so it's more for value rather than growth. We have other assets for smart beta factors. Okay, here you have also high profitability. Okay, RMW, no, and then robust minus the weak. Okay, and then here also for actively managed or thematic funds, ARC, innovation ETF, no. So active management, strong growth tilt, and may have unique exposures to size, value, and profitability. And then we have Tesla, okay, individual asset. Okay, it's interesting to know how Tesla will fare sa SMB at saka sa HML. Okay, and then by the way, the others here like RMW will not be answered in our discussion kasi we're not including RMW for our as a factor. RMW will be included in your case. Okay, and then we have international. So we have eight assets. Number three, we have two counts in number three, XLK and XLF. That's why we have eight assets. Okay, so for this one, we will load first our assets. I'd like you to write the code. I'll just share with you the assets so that you can just copy the assets to save on time. Okay, so let's create this object called assets, and then we're going to use get symbols from, okay, assets. So these are eight assets all in all from 2015. Notice that we didn't write two, which means that it will give us the latest trading data. And then what's new here in what we're doing is periodicity is equal to monthly. We're going to use monthly data, and I'll explain in a while why we're using monthly data. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds to please load these objects. And then when you're done, kindly please uh, confirm in the chat box that you're done with loading the data. One request class to save on time. I hope that you'll respond quickly. Okay, I hope we'll not have lag as far as you responding to my request to answer my query. Yes or no lang yun naman usually. Very good. Let's wait for your classmates. Okay, good. You're 32 here, so hopefully we get more than 50% responses and very quick responses. That will be good so that we save on time on waiting. Okay, good. Thank you so much, class, for your responses. I appreciate your responses actually. No? So that's good. All right, so let's continue. Now, take a look at our next code. I'll not give this class because I want you to write it. Okay, let me just fix this. Okay, just to show you the. Okay, so for this one, I want you to write this class. So what's this? What is this? Okay, let me just increase the size. Okay, so we're get X class. What is X? X class refers to your assets. Okay, X refers to your assets. Didn't we create this assets class? By the way, class, sorry, before I run that, before we run that, let me just let's just go to one, let's say arc, no? And let's see what this contains. This is an XTS object. Oops, sorry. That's not what I want. I want arc here. Arc, this one. Okay, arc. This is an exchange traded fund, and you can see that the data is from 2015 up to, let's check, 2015-01-01 up to 2025-10-09. So even if we requested for monthly data, it still registered the last observation. And you notice that the data is 0101, 0201. This is year, month, and then day. All right. So you notice that this is monthly data. And the first row does not contain zeros or NAs because this is monthly data, so it can compute for the ending day or the beginning of the next month divided by the end of the beginning of the previous month. Okay, so there's data for that. So that's why we have this data. It's OHLC data, open, high, low, close, volume, and adjusted. And you can see that these are the prices of ARC. Okay, so that's very important. And now, what we're going to do now is those are prices. So we are asking Art to get the monthly returns. So this is from the quant mode package class, monthly return, and then type is equal to log. Okay. So what it will do is that it will loop through the assets. IWM get its monthly return. Okay. Monthly log returns. And then IWF get its monthly return. Okay. So it will do that one by one for all your 8 assets. And then here, class, do that call. Okay, we're asking Art to do this this particular function, which is merge. So the 8 assets, IWM, IWF, etc., up to DWO, where we ask Art to get the monthly returns of that, the log returns, okay, of this of our assets, okay. Take note, class, monthly returns. Our data is also monthly returns, right? So that's okay because our data is listed as month, and then it will now merge the data. It will put them together. So I hope you are able to write this, and let's run this, class. And please tell me. Oh, sorry. Uh, sorry, hindi ko pa na ano tong quant mode, no? Quant, no? I did already quant mode. This should run. Okay, why? Did I make a mistake?
Sir, I
Yes?
I think dapat small po yung M, yung
Okay. Sorry, sorry. O nga pala na ano, so, nare-write ko siya, no? I apologize. So this should be small m. Kaya pala hindi nag-run, no? Okay, let's see. There you go. Thank you so much, huh? Thank you. Yeah, I mistakenly erased the first letter and then typed so very, very sensitive CR sa capitalization, no? Lalo yung mga functions. It will not run if it's wrongly spelled. Okay, so let me check. I hope you got it, class. Let's check return ret underscore df. I'll check that here. It's an XTS object, of course, because we are merging XTS objects. So I'll view ret df. There you go, class. So you have here monthly returns. Okay, so that's from 250101, just like the objects that we downloaded from using quant mode. Okay, but this time, class, monthly returns na siya. Okay, it still included this last date, no? It still included this, yung 10/9. Okay. However, the column names are not good. It did not default into the assets, monthly returns one, etc. Okay, could I have your confirmation, please, if you got that, if you got this return ret that underscore df, please? Kindly chat, please, in the chat box. And if you have any questions, please feel free to tell me. Okay, good. Thank you. And appreciate, class, your very quick responses. That will really help us cover the full material on time. Iba yung values. Okay, bakit iba yung values? Okay, ano nga, negative 0.03707. Okay, Alessandra, monthly that returns mo, negative 0.03707. 015 positive. Okay, could you kindly share your screen, please? Simula muna tayo dito muna sa ano, let's start first with, are you referring to this one? 0.015? Yes. Could you kindly check your IW? Kasi yung unang asset natin, let's see, no? IWM. Could you kindly check that, please? IWM here. Let's compare first. Is your open 120.07? Ah, bakit iba? Something's different now. Sige, i-check natin. Could you kindly share your screen, please? Ang layo ng iba. Okay, let me stop share. Okay, please help me, class. Check. What's uh what's the problem here? May I see your IWM, please? 222? Sa inyo, class, ano yung opening niya? IWM. 2015? Bakit 2017? 2007? 2020, ano na to? 2025 to eh. Okay, 2025 siya, kaya iba tayo. 2015 yung sa akin, no? So, okay, I know the problem. Sige, let me share my screen again, ha? Alice, sige. Share ulit ako. 2025 kasi yung ano mo. What I did was, yung code ko from 2015-01-01, baka hindi nyo nalagay ito. Ito. Kasi yung sa'yo, 2025, dito na yun. 2025-01-01. So, ayan, ito nga yun, no? 2022. Yan. Ito siya. So, you have to, we're loading from 2015-01-01. So, siguro hindi mo nalagay ito. I didn't see your code a while ago, but it should be from 2015-01-01. Same thing, Jerry Lane, sa'yo kung 2007. It should not load 2007. Hindi mo nalagay yung from.
Sir, okay na po. Mali lang yung spelling.
Spelling. O sige, good. Good. Alright. Alas, okay na ba? Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for that question. Okay, good. Okay, so let's do this. So we already we already created this return.df. It's an XTS object, no? Let me just show you. Ret.df XTS object. Now, if you recall, class, an XTS object, so quickly lang, an X object class has, okay, it has two parts, no? Yung index at saka yung core data. So if I, for example, get the head of ano yun? Ret underscore df, okay, and then comma, okay, sorry, head ng, we get the index of ret underscore df. So if you recall, class, yung index class, it will give us the dates. Okay, yung index ng, ito index ng isang XTF class, XTS object here. So this will give us the index, will give us the dates. Here, the first three. Control Enter, there. 2015-01-01, 2015-02-01. Okay? So that's the index. Arrow up. And then I can also get the core data, and just get the first two. Yung core data naman, class, ito yon. Okay, the columns, the values of the columns, Control Enter. So you can see your monthly returns 1, that 2, that 3, okay, up to that 7. We have 8, di ba? 8 assets. So that 7 kasi, class, ito, 0 to eh. Okay. Alright, so what do we need that for, class? Yung reminder ng index at saka ng core data. We need that because, okay, what are we going to do? We cannot use return.df kasi XTS object siya. So what, with the end in mind, this is what we're going to do. No? So I'm just going to show, I'll close this first. Here, class. We're going to, of course, we're going to rename the columns. Okay, we're going to first get the dates here and make it as a column, yung date. Why? Because we're going to use this data in our linear model, in our regression model, and then we're going to convert this into a data frame because we cannot use an XTS object in regression using LM. Okay, pwede sa ibang functions, but not for the LM function, which we discussed last time. All right, so let's do this, class. Let's fix our object. The next one is this one. Okay, if you take a look, class, ret underscore df. So we are overwriting this one. So it will now be creating a data dot frame. This is an XTS object. We're going to convert it into an XTS and a data dot frame. And then the first column is the index. Okay. The name of the column is date. It will be the index of ret df, which is this one, class. Diba? So it will create a column with the name of date, which consists of this one, the dates here. And then also another columns for the core data. Yung core data natin, class, they are 8 all in all, di ba? Yung monthly that returns. So we will now be creating an object that has 9 columns, including date sa first row. Date will become first, be first kasi siya unang in-identify natin dito. If we place core data first, then what will happen is it will list first the core data, the 8 monthly returns, and then it will now put the date on the last. Okay, and then, okay, so first do this, class, get ret underscore df, control enter. So we now have here ret underscore df. It's now a data frame, class. It's not an XTS object anymore. 130 observations of nine variables. So if you look at this, class, on the first column, yan yung date, no? On the second column, yung returns. Yan, monthly returns. Okay, and this is an XTS, a data frame. There. Okay, may I request you, class, to please chat in the chat box if you were able to create now the data frame ret underscore df. Okay, good, thank you. Let's wait for the others. Okay. Thank you so much, class, for your participation. It makes me feel actually good because I know that you're there. Okay, kasi ang hirap pag walang nagre-respond, parang, am I alone here? Okay. That's great. Thank you so much. So let's continue. Okay. So this is now our ret df. We have the date, but we still need to change the monthly returns. Okay, so we can use the assets. Diba ang assets natin is this one. IWM, IWF, ordered naman siya. So what we do is here, just write this, class, names of return.df. And then here, you can see here, brackets, okay, from 2 up to length of the assets. What's the length of the assets? Take note that assets is a vector, so we don't use n row there. Okay, length of assets, we know that that's 8, no? Length of assets, 8 siya. Plus 1, that makes it from 2 to 9. Why from 2 to 9? Because our ret df is now 9 columns kasi may date na tayo dito. 8 assets. plus the first column, which is a date. So 9 na siya. So we want to change the names of RET-DF from the second column up to the length of assets plus 1. So that's the uh, 8 plus 1, that's 9. 2 to 9, column 2 to 9. And then we change it with the assets. R recognizes that assets is equal to IWM, IWF, etc. So if we run this class, run this second code, control enter, then our ret.df will look better now. It's now the date and the assets. Okay, so very fast with R class.
Sir,
Yes?
nag-error po sa akin.
Sige, ano yung error? Sige, paki-share yung screen. I'll stop share. Oh, help me class, help me. Helping me figure out what's the error. Also enhances or sharpens your skill as far as the coding is concerned. Paki-share screen, please. Yeah, thank you. So, Sat. Si Sat ba to?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, thank you, Sat. So, hindi ko makita ano ba to? Names. May ret.df ka na? Could you kindly show your ret that
Oh,
underscore df?
nakita ko na po, sir. Magkamali pala ako.
Sige, hindi, run muna. Tingnan natin. Okay na? Then,
Yes po.
print mo si ret.df. Print mo siya. Click mo sa baba, sa environment. Okay, asan yung ret.df mo? Ano yun? Sa objects yun, sa data. There. Click mo siya. Ayan. Correct na. Okay? Tama.
Okay na po, sir. May
Yeah.
typo
Thank
pala
you.
ako.
Thank you, Sat. Very
Thank you,
good, no?
sir.
Very good. Ikaw mismo, Sat, ang naka-discover na ng ano mo, ng error. And that's good learning, no? If you yourself is the one who discovered the what was wrong with your code. Okay, I'll share this class. This will just be for your review in case you want to review your codes and then you're wondering what happened with my code? Anong nangyari doon? Bakit siya ano yung L apply? Okay, list apply. Ano yung do that call? Okay, so kindly just copy that and then I'm going to share this class. I don't know if this will fit. You know, control C, control V. Sobra, I'm going to remove control X, okay? All right. So the purpose of this class is for your review, also for your case. Okay, I deliberately made some notes here. So let's just quickly take a look at this class. So itong code na to, class, get X. Ano ba yung X? Yung assets, right? So get X is to retrieve the XTS objects for that asset. We already have IWM, IWF, right? Diba? These are now XTS objects. So, and then we ask R to get the monthly return of each of X. What are X class? Yung mga assets natin. So it will loop through the assets, IWM, IWF, get their monthly returns, log returns, and then here do that call merge. It will merge all these XTS objects where we have computed the monthly returns, log returns. Okay, and then this one class, why are we using monthly data? For one class, see Fama and French, when they publish data, it's usually monthly. But you will see data versions that exist. But usually for analysis, okay, we use monthly data. Original factor data sets, market excess returns, SMB, HML, RMW, and CMA are published in monthly frequency. Now also, it's better to use monthly data class kasi pag daily, it's very noisy. Okay? The data, daily data is quite noisy. Monthly returns smooth out this noise, making factor exposures and alpha estimates more reliable. And also, investment horizon, hindi ka naman nag-investment horizon na one day. At least 1 month, no? Investment horizon and even annual pa nga, di ba? Okay, so you take a look at multi-month performance or annual performance and not, you don't look at daily performance, no? Okay, so monthly data better matches reporting and investment horizons. And then as I it also avoids the problems of serial correlation. Imagine, class, if you're doing this daily, so chances are the data yesterday is highly correlated with your data today. And we avoid that problem in serial correlation by getting monthly returns. These are less prone to issues of correlation. And then also standardization and comparability. Perhaps you would like to do a paper later on in your thesis on factors, no, FAM and French. So pag ginawa nyo to, class, ang gagawin nyo, kayong gagawa ng sarili nyong factor. And actually madali lang siya, no? And if you're going to use, for example, si Philippine data, so that will be a good thing kasi may gumawa na rin yata nito pero matagal na, no? Philippine data, kinumpute nila yung SMB and then HML. Okay, and then they regressed other assets using the Philippine stock index, the factors that they generated. That would be a good paper also. All right. So, tapos, class, dito, again, yung mga research, yung mga analysis, more monthly ang period. So, if you do a research on this, then yung mga papers na makikita mo on Fama and French, they're monthly. So, it's good for comparison. Okay? So these are the reasons why we're using monthly data. Now, for the benefit of those who were not here last time, because I shared this with you, okay? So let's redo this process. This is where we get the Fama French data. Okay, so kindly go to this site. I'll just flash it here. So this site will bring us here to this one. Okay, ito siya, no? Dartmouth, this is a university sa US. Okay, so I leave you, class, to explore whatever information here. Yung CRISP, I told you to research what is CRISP, no? And then you can see here, Fama French, 3 factors. This is your excess market, this is your small minus big, and this is your high minus low. Okay, and the latest here is August 2025. Okay, and then you have here the cumulative ng last 3 months and cumulative ng last 12 months. You also have here Fama French 5 research factors. Then you have SMB, HML, RMW, CMA with the market excess. This will be your case. No? One week lang yung case, class, kasi the codes will be provided for you. Yung i-discuss natin, yun na yun. Babaguhin nyo lang kasi three factors yung i-discuss natin ngayon. Gagawin nyo lang 5 factors. Magdadagdag lang kayo nitong dalawa, RMW at CMA. And you'll see that that's very, very easy. I'll show you in a while. Okay, so the data we said can be downloaded here. So we have here 3 factors, 5 factors. We're going to use the 5 factors because the 3 factors are also in the 5 factors. So you have here weekly data, daily data. You have here, this is monthly data. No? Monthly data din to yung default. This is daily data. So let's download si monthly data, Fama French 5 factors. Okay, download natin to. When you download this, class, you save it in your R project. Doon yung i-save sa R project, wag kung saan-saan na. Kasi para ando doon yung data natin, tapos you can easily access that. So I'll not run this anymore kasi nagawa ko na to, no? So save nyo sa class. Notice that this is a zip file. Okay? So once you have saved this, open your R project. Okay, for the benefit of those of you who were not here last time, open your R project and you'll see a zip file with this name. FF Research Data 5 Factors 2x3 CSV. Okay, it's a zip file, therefore we have to extract this. So right click and then extract. As an extract all. Okay, so once you extract all, class, what will appear is, what you will have is this folder. In fact, when you extract, it will lead you already to this, inside this folder. And you'll find a file here, yung CSV file ng FF, yung factors natin. Maybe if you want, you can delete that and paste it dun sa main R project natin. Kasi it's found inside the folder. So baka mahirapan kayo later. So make it inside the R project itself. In my case, it's already here. Okay, here. FF research data, and it's a CSV file. Microsoft Excel CSV file. Okay, so let's take a look at this first. If you click this class and let's open this and see what's inside this data. All right, you'll find this one class. No? Okay, what's inside this one? Yung first Tronia class, this file was created using 2025 CRISP database. So you have here 3 columns. Okay, the data actually starts on the 4th column. So meron tayong parang 3 uh, when we post it in our class, hindi natin kailangan yung mga ganyang descriptions, no? Because that can cause problems sa modeling natin. All right, then under class, you have around 816 rows of observation. Kaso ito, again, text to, no? Copyright none. And then we have an empty cell here. But if you compare class, yung first elements natin dito, 196307. So this is monthly data, di ba? 1963 July, 1963 August, 1963 September. Okay? So when we load this in R, you'll have this data. Pero yung ano natin, class, yung ret underscore df natin, it's from 2015. So may mismatch yan. Mamaya natin yan. Iti-treat natin yan. Below, class, you can see here, meron pang, dito may ano lang, annual lang, di ba? 2024, 2025. If you look up, class, yun, no, may annual factors dito. So, andyan din yung five factors natin, Fama French, pero annual siya. Okay? So, we're not going to use this, but just be aware that you have this data, and then we will need to remove this later kasi ang kailangan lang natin yung monthly. Okay, so let's now go back to our R. Okay, here. All right, so let's do this one by one. Okay, I'm not going to give this to you, class. I want you to write it. So we're creating this object first, ff5, Fama French factor underscore 1. Okay, and then we're using read.csv. Now we can access now the file directly kasi nasa project natin. Ito yung pangalan ng file, class. Okay, you can go to your file and then right click and then rename tapos i-copy nyo na lang, no? So you have this. And then notice here, skip is equal to 3. Diba we said a while ago that the data contains 3 rows na hindi naman natin kailangan. So skip natin yon. So that's what this does. Skip is equal to 3. Okay? And then header is equal to true. Which means that we're going to use yung column names, yung market.rf, SMB, HML, RMW, and CMA. We're going to use this header is equal to true. And then strings as factors. We don't want this header to become factors. Kasi pangalan lang siya, no? We don't want it to be treated as factors. Baka gawing factors siya. If you recall, class, yung factors, ginagamit yan sa regression to treat your variables as classifiers. We don't want it to be treated as classifier. All right, so let's run this class. Okay, and when you run it, please tell me what you got. Tingnan natin yung ff5 underscore 1. Okay, I'm going to run this, control enter. Okay. And then check ff5 underscore 1. Oops, error, ano nangyari? Okay, let error attempt to use ff5 underscore 1 read. Tama naman. Okay, control enter again. Ayan, okay. Nagkakamali ako sa pag-press ko, class. So I have now ff5 underscore 1. Okay, remember, class, that itong file na to, itong CSV file na to, Excel lang siya, no? So it's a data frame. So tinanggal natin yung first three. Tignan natin to, class. What's the result? So you should be having this, class. Notice na wala na yung first no? Wala na yung first three rows. And you have the X variable here and then your other factors here. And then if we check below, andito pa rin, class, si copyright, no? It's still here. And then andito pa rin, class, si mga annual data, 'yon. Annual data. Okay? All right. Kindly please chat if you were able to uh, create yung FF5_1. Okay, thank you. Very good. Thank you, Sat. Thank you, Katrina. How about the others? Okay, Jujel, thank you. Therese, okay. So let's give your classmates a few more seconds. Okay, good. Okay, I hope the others are following along, class. In the interest of time, I have to move on, no? Kasi baka hindi natin matapos to. I want this to be finished so that you can, I'll post, class, the groupings again, and then you decide if you want to work with your groups and work with another group. It's up to you. I'll give you the liberty to do that for this case number 2. And again, what's case number 2? It's just this one. This is what we're discussing is a 3-factor model. So your assignment will be a 5-factor model. Okay. And then, of course, what's important is the interpretation of the results. All right. Then here, class, just in case there's an NA, okay, then we can remove that now if there's an NA value as far as the X is concerned. Okay, we actually didn't see an NA here. Wala namang NA values dito. No NA values. There are some, may dito, may text, pero hindi naman NA yan. It's not an NA. So, but anyway, if there's an NA, it's always good to remove that, no? FF5_1 and then brackets, okay? Remember, if it's brackets, this is the row and this is the column. For the column, nothing to remove. Everything is included. For the row, in case we have NA dun sa rows, no? Dun sa column na FF5_1 $X. So in this column, are there NAs here? If there are NAs here, then remove that particular row. No? Otherwise, pag wala naman, no? Walang gagawin. So let's run this. FF51 here, we're using this. FF51 is, okay, we're subsetting. So we are overwriting this. Kung may NA, tatanggalin niya. Currently, there are 810 observations here. And I suspect that this one will give us 810 pa rin kasi wala namang NA, no NA. Control Enter. And then we check again FF51, 810 pa rin. So it did not detect any NA. So wala siyang i-remove. All right. Now for this one, okay, let's create now another object, FF5. Okay, I want you to write this. Okay, so what's happening? FF5_1, we're going to use this one, class. And then grepel here means, class, let's take a look at this. Again, class, ano to, no? Nag-aano na naman, nagba-brackets, no? Bracket. So, ibig sabihin, nagsa-subset. This is for your row, okay? And this is for your, wait. Okay. So, may function muna tayo dito, no? Yung grepel. Tapos, ito yung sa row natin, tapos sa column. Okay, so what's this, class? Yung grepel natin. Take note, no? Caret 0 to 9. So we're asking R to take a look, no? To take a look at yung X natin, no? Yung X natin, yung X column. And look for those with 0 to 9. So ibig sabihin yung may mga numbers, no? 0 to 9. So, sino ba yung may mga numbers dito? Ito, sa X na ito. Yan, may mga numbers yan. Any number between 0 and 9. So, ito, kasama din mga to, no? Kasi numbers 0 and 9 yan. Ito, hindi kasama. So, madidelete to class kasi this is text eh. Hindi naman siya numeric. Pero ika-qualify natin na numbers na 6 yung elements niya, 6 yung digits. Therefore, class, what will happen is that those that have 6 digits will be included. Okay? So ano yung mga yon? Ito. Not this one kasi 4 digits lang siya. So only this one. So it's basically, it is equivalent to removing all the non-numerical. Okay, this one, remove yan. 1964 hanggang 2000 something to 2024, it will be removed. Kasi hindi naman siya 6 digits, no? Here. Here, class. Okay? And it will be performed here sa $X. And then kasama lahat ng include all the columns. So let's run this class. Control Enter. And let's see what happens. FF5. Okay? So this is my FF5. Okay? Note class. Yung FF5 810 rows. Ito 746 na lang. So ibig sabihin, nagtanggal siya, no? And the variables are still the same, 7 columns. So FF5, let's open this. Okay, take a look at this class. So, na-remove ba yung mga text dito? O, nawala na class yung copyright. Okay, nawala na rin dito. Nawala na rin class yung mga year. Okay, yung yearly data, nawala na rin siya. So this is all, yung 6 digits na lang. Okay, the year and the month here. Okay, once again, class, please, requesting your feedback if you were able to get that object, generate that FF5 object, no? Where we cleaned our data, we removed the yearly data. We removed also any data sa column X na text lang. Okay, good. Thank you so much. Okay,
Sir,
very happy. Yes,
bakit po
yes.
iba yung sa object ko, sir? Yung
Saan?
sa akin po, ilan? One nasa 1,000, sir. Hindi siya 810.
810. Sige pa, let's see, Jerilyn, yung ano. I'll stop share. Kindly share your screen, please. Okay, and then thank you for those questions. Thank you for asking. Opportunity to learn to, no? Okay, so
Sir,
okay na FF51 mo. Okay siya. Could you
opo,
please
pero
paki-print mo nga yung FF51 mo? Ha? Ba't
yun nga,
1566
sir, eh.
observations? Okay, balikan natin yung paki-click nga yung CSV file mo. Yung FF Research Data 5 Factors. Yung
Ay,
nasa files. Ayan, sige, okay. Ilan yan? 15,000. Bakit 15,000? So, dyan pa
nag-start
lang.
siya, sir, sa 1963.
0701, no? Okay. Go to the site nga, tingnan natin yung site na pinuntahan mo.
Sige.
Yung sinend ko sa inyo na site ngayon. Yung sa Dartmouth.
Sige po, sir. Wait lang.
Sige lang, take your time. Kasi doon pa lang sa 15,000. So, malamang daily yan. I think you click the daily data. Okay, yan. Tingnan natin dito sa, go down please, sa Fama French, yan, sige. Click yung CSV. Dun, sa taas yan kasi daily yung clinic mo eh. I think yun ang clinic mo. Down please, down. Yan. Hindi. Yung walang daily data. Yan, click
Ito
nyan,
po.
CSV. Yan dapat. Kasi ang clinic mo kanina daily. No?
Ah!
O, kaya naging 15,000. Kaya ang dami niya.
Sige po.
Okay? Sige, click
Sige
mo
po, sir.
siya, tapos i-save mo ulit. And then, i-run mo na, ha?
Okay po. Thank you po.
Okay, good, Jerry Lane. Sige, we'll give you a few seconds and the others, please, may question kayo while Jerry Lane is also loading. Jerry Lane, pag okay ka na, paki-chat mo ha, please. Okay,
Sige
so
po, sir. Thank you.
sige, while we're doing that, I'm going to give you the notes here para for your review lang, no, class? Kasi baka malito na kayo. Ano ba yung nangyari dito sa ano? Although may videos naman tayo. But just copy this, Control C for your reference. Okay, because with the notes here, you'll be able to recall. Okay? And this one also, yung, although hindi pa natin nagagawa ito, no? Okay, I'll do it part by part lang kasi minsan ayaw ni Zoom yung ano, yung marami. Okay, here. Control C, Control V. Okay, so I deliberately, class, I'm providing you with the notes to the code for your reference in case you want to review. So this one, di ba? So removes the rows where the X column, okay, is NA. We did that already. And this one, yung grepl natin, searches for a pattern in a string. Okay? So dito, first dito sabi natin yung 6 digits. Ito, no? Here. Ito, muna, yung digits muna, lahat ng digits lang, and then 6 digits dapat. Okay, good. Thank you so much, Derry Lane. It's very good. Thank you for the question, and then thank you for, I appreciate, class, your questions really, I think. Kasi opportunities to learn to. Kaya yung question ni Sat kanina, pati yung kay Jerry Lane, we thank you so much, no, for asking questions. Okay, so, ayan na, class, sinabi ko na exactly 6 digits lang, kaya ito lang yung ano. 0 to 9 means digits na 0 to 9. 6 means exactly 6. Okay, yung string na 6 digits. All right. And then, sana tayo? Okay, here. Next one. All right, so let's do this first. So we're okay here now. But if we take a look at our FF5, okay, yung X natin, palitan natin ng name to, gawin nating date. We can use the names function. Names, FF5, first row lang, no? First column, sorry. First column, we make it date. So Control Enter. This is very easy. So now, if you check your FF5, it will be date na siya. Okay. Sige, I'll give you a few seconds. Seconds lang yan, class, ha? Kasi napaka-simple naman yung code na yan, no? All right? And then, how about this one, class? So yung FF5 natin, date na siya, plus this one. Let's change this with, para pare-parehong 3 letters yung mga factors natin. Let's change this with market, capital MKT, no? Here, class. So from 2 to 7, actually redundant na to, no? Ang kailangan lang talaga natin dito yung second column, yung market. But anyway, just in case you encounter, class, na hindi, hindi pa ganito yung name. Okay, so names, FF5 from columns 2 to 7. Okay, so concatenate MKT. So yung current name natin na mkt.rf will be changed into simple lang na MKT, SMB, HML, etc. Although the others are already named such. No? So sabi ko nga, redundant na siya, hindi naman kailangan. But anyway, let's just run that. Control Enter. So what will happen is that MKT na tong ano natin, si mkt.rf. All right, and lastly, this one is very important. Okay, so yung last two. I'm going to share this with you kasi medyo mahaba-haba yung code na to para mas mabilis lang tayo kasi ayang 5:22 na, ang bilis. Okay, wow. Di natin namamala yung oras, ano? 20 minutes na lang tayo. Okay, so what's happening here, class? Yung data na makukuha natin, class, from FF, from Fama Friends, this is percentage. So we don't want the percentage, we want the actual number, the decimal. So we're going to divide everything by 100. So what are we doing here, class? L'apply, okay? Here, class, we're creating FF5, okay? Sa subset natin. don't include the first column kasi hindi naman natin isa subject sa divided by 100 to, yung date, no? Okay? So yung ano lang class, except all the rows and all the columns except the first column. Anong gagawin doon class? Same thing here. So in case na may character doon, gagawing numeric and then X. Okay? Ano yung X natin class? Ito, FF5, all all the rows except yung first column divided by 100. So everything will be divided by 100 in this case. Okay? Except yung first column class, ha? So if we run this class, control enter, anyway, nabigay ko na sa inyo to, no? Let's take a look at FF5 once again. The first column remains the same. The others were divided by 100. Okay? So para yung actual, no? Yung actual value niya. Hindi yung naka-percentage. Okay. So, and then here, class, take a look at this. Yung date naman ngayon, no? Let's work on the date kasi yung date natin hindi pa pwede ito eh. Ang gusto natin dito yung date natin, class, pareho dito sa returns natin dito. Sa returns natin kasi 2015 January 1. So, first day of the month, no? January, February 1, okay? Ito, class, pwede natin gawin yung dito for our FF5. So, 1963 July, and then ilagay din natin 01 so that the date will be same. Kasi hindi pa pwedeng magkaiba yung dates natin. Otherwise, we cannot merge our data. Remember, ang end goal natin, we put into one data frame all this class, itong factors natin, and all of this. Okay? With the date as the basis. So, ipagsasama-sama natin lahat yan sa isang data frame. Why, class? Because we're going to do regression. Dapat nasa isang data yung ano natin, yung nasa isang data object yung data natin. All right. So what code is that class? Here, take a look at this. So gawing date class, no? As that date, and then if we paste class, put together, okay, substring, okay, take a look at this. FF5 yung date. Okay? So first get the first hanggang up, hanggang fourth. So yun ang unang gagawin niya. So isa substring niya ito class here. First up to fourth. So that's 1963, diba? So yung year yung class, no? Year. Okay? Year 1963. Okay, take note ha, as that date, gagawin niyang date yan ha. And then after that, comma, lalagyan niya ng dash. Okay? So 1963 and then dash, and then comma, and then substring na naman, class, FF date again, 5 and 6. So we're basically parsing our data. So yung first four, 1963, put a dash there, and then fifth and the sixth, yung 07, right? And then put another dash. Okay, here. After 5 and 6, put another dash. Yung dash natin, 01. Dash 01. So lahat class lalagyan niya ng, after getting the fifth and the sixth element, lalagyan niya ng dash 01. All right. So if we run this class, if we run this part of the code chunk, control enter. Okay. Let's see how our FF5 will look like. There class, there. Diba? Okay. Na-split na natin, see, yung first four, the year, and then the month, and then pinasok natin yung date na 01. Okay, this is valid, and the objective is to make it okay the same as the date structure in our in our return data frame. Okay, all right. Please chat if you were able to get it, class. Sorry. Kindly chat, please, if you were able to get that. We were able to parse our data. Okay. Okay, and you can see here, class, ang bilis, ano? Very powerful talaga si R class, especially for yung ganitong data cleaning. We call it wrangling, no? We're working with the data, splitting. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you for your feedback. Okay, let's continue. I'm just worried about the time. So once again, class, if pagdating ng 5:45 and I'm not yet done, I'll just continue just to finish the recording because I'm going to post this. And you're going to need it, class, for your case. Ang deadline ng case class next Saturday, ha? 11:59 ulit. So you start working on it already. Actually, you can work on it already, no? You can work on it already. Andiyan na naman yung code, binibigay ko na yung code, no? So I gave already what's the meaning of this, no? I gave this already. Okay? So I'll not repeat that, class. All right, ito yung substring natin, ano yung naging 2025-01-01. Therefore now, class, okay na tayo, no? Here, we can now merge our data. Okay. So I'll ask you to write this code chunk. I'll just give this to you. And then let's explain what's happening here. Control C. Okay, I'll chat the I'll give the last portion, and then you write the first portion, this one. So what are we doing here? We're creating this object merge data frame and the powerful merge function. What are we merging, class? Yung return data frame here. Okay, return data frame, which is this one. And then also the FF5, which is this one. What's the difference between them, class? Yung dates nila magkaiba. FF5 starts from 1963. Return data frame starts on 2015. Okay? So, how do we merge them kung magkakaiba yung dates? That cannot be, class. Kasi pag nag-merge ka ng data frame, the requirement for a data frame is that the number of rows should be the same. If you're merging two objects where the one object has 100 observations and another one has 99, mag-error yun, class, no? So good thing, class, we can ask R to merge them by date. Okay, what does that mean, class? Whatever is common to both. Okay, whatever is common to both. So for FF5, we have 746 observations. No? For ret DF, we only have 130. So most probably 130 or less yung magiging combined data na to kasi hindi naman pwedeng, it cannot include those dates that are found in your FF5 kasi 1963 pa to di ba? So pipiliin lang ni R yung pareho sa kanila. Okay? So let's go here, class. So merge, class, and then what will happen? Tingnan nyo ito, class, no? So something miraculous will happen here. So napaka-simple lang. Okay, now when we merge this, class, okay, when we merge this, what will happen is, di ba ang mangyayari? Itong FF5, ito, at saka itong ret DF, ito. However, may kulang tayo, class. Kasi ang gusto natin, class, we don't want the returns of the assets. We want the excess returns. Okay, so we're going to combine it with this one. For asset in assets, okay? Okay, for asset in assets, tas nakaspecify yung asset natin dito. Okay? So, merge data frame, paste 0, class. Okay, magpe-paste siya. Ano ipe-paste niya? Yung excess, yung word na excess at saka underscore, and then ipe-paste niya kay asset. What does that mean, class? Ano ba yung assets natin? Asset in assets, IWM, IWF, okay? So here, class, ang mangyayari, excess underscore IWM, excess underscore IWF, excess underscore Tesla, etc. Yung 8 assets na yan. Okay? Lalagay niya na excess underscore yung assets. And then what will be inside that class? Okay? Merge DF, class, asset minus merge DF RF. Okay. RF. What's RF, class? Ito yon. It will be in factor. Ito. RF here. So what will happen is R will create, co-combine niya, no? I-merge niya. All of this with all of this. And then, magdadagdag pa siya ng columns. Ano yung dadagdag niya na columns? Excess underscore IWM, excess underscore IWF, excess underscore XLK, hanggang excess underscore DWO. Pero anong laman niya, class? It will be the asset, okay, minus the risk-free rate. There, class, will be our excess returns. Okay, remember, class, sa CAPM, ang minomodel natin, excess returns. Modeled on the excess market returns. Okay? Dito din, class, sa Fama French, it's patterned after CAPM. No? However, ang difference, si CAPM, ang regressor lang natin, si excess market returns. Kay Fama French, dinagdagan natin. Okay? Yung three factor, dinagdagan natin ng dalawa. Kasama si excess market returns, kasama si SMB at saka si HML. Okay? So I'm going to run this now, this whole code chunk, and then see what happens to our merge data frame. Yan, class. So, naging 23 variables na. Kasi nadagdag na yung mga excess. No? And if I print this, merge data frame, okay, look, date class. Notice class na 128 na lang siya. Even the FF5 class na bawas, yung ano pala, yeah, return DF. Kasi, anong nangyari dito? Tinanggal niya si tinanggal niya si September 1 at saka si October 9. Okay, Y class kasi wala namang si FF5 class hanggang August lang yan August 1. So talagang minatch niya class. Whatever can be found in both will be the one included here. So kaya yung 130 hindi nga nabawasan ng dalawa pa, no? All right? So I'll just show again merge. Asan si merge natin ito? There we go, class. So meron tayong date, your 8 assets, ito yung ano natin, yung Fama French, and then take note here, class, excess returns. Okay? And ito yung imo-model natin, yung excess returns. Please take note, class, yung excess returns, not the returns. Okay? Please remember that. Excess returns yung mino-model, whether it's CAPM or itong Fama French. So let's go back here, class, no? So na-merge na natin, okay? Now let's go here. Magti-three factors na tayo. Okay, we don't need this, class, kasi may assets na tayo. We already did this above, so na-doble ko lang. All right, now this one, class. This one, okay, I'll explain muna the code and then ibibigay ko sa inyo, no? Okay, 5:35 na, bilis, grabe. Okay, here, what are we creating? Results, Fama French tree. I want to create a list. Ano yung list na yun, class? Again, ilulup natin for asset in assets. Okay? So we're creating this object called formula. Ano yung formula na to? As that formula. Okay, so this is a formula na gagamitin natin dito sa here, below here, class, yung LM natin. So paste 0. Okay, ano ipapaste natin? Same thing, excess underscore asset. Okay, so excess IWM, excess IWF, etc. And then take note here, tilde. Tilde. Market SMB plus HML. Before I run that class, I just want to, okay, if I want, kunyari ito, I want to create the model for, let's say, IWM, yung unang asset natin, di ba, IWM, underscore mod. How do we run the regression class? Di ba, alt minus, LM, di ba? LM, and then, ano yung ano natin, ano yung dependent variable natin? Excess underscore what? Excess underscore what, class? C IWM, di ba? IWM. So this is our dependent variable. And then tilde, if you recall, class, yung LM natin, kaya yung muna diniscuss natin, di ba? Then you have yung tatlong natin factors, market plus SMB plus HML. And then define the data is equal to merged underscore DF. There, class, there. And then we can also write shift enter summary, sabay natin, summary IWM underscore mod. Okay, so ito, class, yung ano natin, yung model natin for IWM, di ba? If I run this, i-run ko to pareho, class, control enter, ito, class, yung result. So you notice, class, as true enough, di ba? Kasi si IWM, ano yan, small cap yan eh. And take a look at this, class. Talagang tilted siya towards SMB. Okay? Positive yung SMB niya. And then significant pa. Significant din si market, no? 1.01. Ito yung gusto kong class sa ano. Ito yung output na gusto ko sa case nyo, no? Explain. Okay? Explain and discuss kung ano yung result na nakukuha nyo. HML naman class, positive then, but not so high. So which means that this is more on the value. Okay, high minus low, value minus the growth. So this is more on value investing rather growth. Okay, kasi small cap to. Pero surprising kasi akala natin na medyo growth to, no? Pag small, medyo nasa growth siya. But it's still statistically significant. So, we don't expect that lahat ng expectation natin magkakatotoo dito, no? So, that's now, ang taas ng R squared, class, 98%. Okay? So, very good tong model natin na to. So, we will have to do this for all the assets. So, walo siya, di ba? 8 assets, tapos 5 factors, so that's 40. Ang daming class, ang daming i-discuss. Not necessarily, no? Okay, and the good thing class is that ito ngayon yung na to. Ito ngayon use ng ng model na to. So here, I want to get results FF3, okay, for each asset, and then ito yung summary natin class. Summary LM, ito yung formula natin. Ano yung formula? This one class. Diba? Tilde, MA, MKT, etc. This is our regression formula class, diba? Okay? In LM natin. In LM, then data is equal to, ang data natin class yung merged data frame. Alright? Merged data frame yung data natin, di ba? So, if you take a look at this class, so I'll give this to you class, itong code na to, here. Okay, isama na rin natin itong pag-print, no? Print, okay? Control C. So, let's, i-chat ko siya class. Control V. There. So, copy natin class. Okay, copy natin class copy natin tong natin, tong code natin na to. Okay, I'm going to run this class. Okay, and then you'll see that there's results FF3 dito class. List siya class, list. And then if we take a look at this list, okay, take a look at the list class. Walo siya. Ano to mga to? These are the regression results of each of your assets. Di ba? So instead of doing this individually, na-loop na natin siya. So we now generated the regression for IMW, for IWF, XLK, etc. So lahat ng assets natin class, andi dito na yung results na yan. So if you want, if you want to get the printout for, print results FF3 and then, okay, we subset IWM, or let's take a look at okay, tingnan natin si Tesla naman, TSLA. If you want to get Tesla, print, okay, there you go class. This is the result for Tesla. Ito, take note that, hindi, SMB siya, hindi significant, no? So, hindi factor tong small minus big, hindi factor kay Tesla. Although, alam naman natin na big siya, no? Pero kung titingnan natin, it's positive and it's quite high. So, surprising na it's tilted towards the small. Although it's a big company. But yet, it's not statistically significant, no? Yung market niya class, mo, very sensitive to the market, 1.6, which means that a 1% increase in the market will result into a 1.6, 1% increase in the market will yield 1.6% increase in Tesla. Dito class, HML, negative siya, no? And statistically significant, which means that it's tilted towards yung L. High minus low. Yung high natin dito class, di ba? It's for value. This one is for growth. So this is the value growth factor. This is the size factor. This is the value growth factor. So what you have to do class is to really review yung mga factors ng Fama Friends, no? Ang dami namang information sa ganyan that will help you class in your analysis. Now, I want to share this with you class. So this is just one asset, but can I now print all the assets? Yes, class. Yes. So chat, okay. It's almost time, class. Meron pa akong around 5 minutes. So I'll just continue, class. Okay? Before I discuss this, i-share ko na muna, class, for the benefit of those of you who need to go, class. I-share ko muna yung iba dito, class, because these are very important. Kaya hindi yata nagkasya to, no? So, for those who need to leave, share ko muna lahat ng codes and then explain ko na lang. Okay? Okay, so up to here na lang muna. Control C. Okay. I'll close this first. Here, Control C. Kindly copy na lang, please, class. Control V. And then, ang continuation yan is this one. Siguro 4 sets ng code to. Here, Control C. And then, Control V. Kindly copy. Anyway, class, i-discuss ko yung results na to. And then, okay, make sure that yung zoo at saka ggplot class, okay, maglulup tayo dito. Okay, hanggang saan to? Here na lang, Control C. I'll share the codes muna, class, for the benefit of those who need to go at 5:45. It's almost 5:45. And then quickly na lang i-discuss ko yung results, no? Ay, mali. Wait. Wait. Okay. How can I remove this? Oh, no. Honesty na lang, class, ha? Wag nyo lang. Kasi madali lang naman to, no? Dinagdag lang. This was supposed to be your, This was supposed to be your case. Tingnan nyo, class, yung, yung formula ko. Dinagdag ko lang yung RMW at saka CMA. Okay, so I'll refrain from dapat ito, no? Hindi ko dapat shinare sa inyo yan. Okay? Control V. Kasi yan na yung yan na yung code. Dadagdag lang naman, class, yung dalawang factors, no? So easy peasy lang siya. So ano lang siya, parang no-brainer, no? Control C. Meron pa ako sa plotting na i-share. You can use that in your paper. Control V. Just to make sure it's not okay. Control C. Control V. Okay. And then here, meron pa tayo ditong this is highlight. Control C. Control V. And last is create notes. Notes on the highlight, adding annotations. Control C. Control V. Okay, so that's all, class, for the codes. Okay, I'm going to explain that now. Those of you who need to leave may do so. Okay, no need to ask permission, class. So, explain ko lang quickly to, class, no? So, take a look at this code, class. So, ito, class, per asset to. Pwede bang i-loop natin para lahat ng assets ma-print? Yes, pwede, class. Ito na naman, i-loop natin for asset in assets, class. Okay, concatenate. So, ipiprint niya itong dash, 5 dash, tapos yung pangalan ng assets, and then close it again by 5 dashes, and then print results, FF3, then the asset. So, ilulup niya lahat ng assets, no? Ipiprint niya yung results ng FF3. So, that's what this means. If you run this, okay, you can see now, IWM, di ba? Andiyan na yung printing ng dash, dash, dash. Then the assets, IWM. So, all the assets are here, class. There, yung 8. So, you don't need to print it one at a time. Okay? And then here, class, what I gave you here is to create a summary table. Anong laman ng table na to? Data frame. Okay, ito yung mga columns niya. Asset, alpha, p-value ng alpha, market, p-value ng market, SMB, p-value ng SMB, HML, p-value ng HML. And then strings as factors, false ulit. And then, anong gagawin niya dito? Create this object model, research. Coefficients will be yung model, yung coefficients niya. Remember this now, class, is an object. LM object to. Kukunin yung coefficients. Tapos, mag-create ng table dito, class. Ano laman ng mga table? Isasama yung asset, alpha, ito. Kukunin yung coefficients class, 4 decimal places. Okay, so it will now create a table which will print yung mga names na to at saka yung mga values niya here. So let's run this class. Inulat ko na yung assets dito. Okay, there. So see your table class. Ipiprint na lang niya. You can see a very beautiful printout of all your assets, yung value ng alpha, p-value ng alpha, ng market, p-value ng market, SMB, p-value ng SMB, kaya hanggang HML, p-value. Okay, you can see here that the alpha, they're not all significant. Okay, yung alpha class, excess returns siya na. Okay, if it's significant, then it means that excess returns ng prediction ng market, SMB, at saka HML. So I want that discussed in your paper. Sino ba yung mga significant dito? Ito, significant to. No? This is significant. And then, this one not. So, konti lang significant. No? And then this is your market. Take note that many are moved with the market except for ARK and si Tesla, no? Pinakita natin to, very sensitive to the market. And then si VWO naman, sensitive din siya but low market reaction, 0.72, and all are significant. SMB, lahat hindi significant. Okay, there are assets that are really affected by yung SMB. And sa HML, some of the assets are affected, significant sila. Some are not. Ito, hindi, 0.858. Ito, not also. All right, so that's your, ano, and this is supposed to be your case class. Nabigay ko, dapat hindi ko nabigay. Anyway, honesty na lang. Andyan naman yung class, oh. Idadagdag nyo lang naman yung R&W at saka CMA. Okay, and of course, produce the same results. And then, this one is just the plot of Tesla. Gusto lang natin makita yung excess returns ni Tesla. Okay, so the codes are very straightforward. Run natin. We can see here the excess returns of Tesla. Makikita natin na it's very volatile, no? Dito sa 2020, very high. Tumaas yung returns ni Tesla. Okay? Dito naman sa 2023 or something, nagkaroon ng structural change, bumaba siya. So, very interesting ano kaya ang cost nito, no? You can find out kung anong date to, tapos ano kaya yung cost nitong pagbaba ng excess returns ni Tesla. And then we have here yung rolling class, rolling betas. This is interesting. It will tell you how your betas, okay, is changing over a 36-month period. Ito yung roll window natin. Okay, so this one will create your betas class. Okay, dito siya, roll betas is a very important function coming from quant mode. Okay, tapos ipa-plot natin. Check nyo na lang class how the code goes. And then you can see here the factors. Dito nga lang class, nasama ko na yung 5 actually. At andi dito na, oh. Dapat ito lang yun. Okay, Control X. Tinanggal ko lang yung ano. So if I run this class, ay kaso ito no? Dapat tanggal din to. Okay, let's see if this will run. Tama ba? Baka may nasama akong ano. Okay, here. Okay, nagkamali ako dito. Okay, so anyway class, if you just run it as is, okay, tinanggal ko kasi to, no? So ibig sabihin meron akong na-miss out. Control X na lang to. And then I'll just copy this here to make the code run. Control X. Okay. And then run this. Ang na-run ko yung 5-factor. Okay, what you can see here, class, is the plot of the betas for Tesla. Okay, you can see here the pink is your market. Di ba? Kanina nakita natin to, no? Okay, you can see now that the rolling volatility for market, quite erratic, no? Pero yung iba class, smooth lang sila. Smooth lang. Okay, and this one class, I'm sorry for this. This one, I'm going to put highlights, no? 2020, 2024, yung minimum nila, and yung maximum ng 2021, and then 2024. So if I print this class, magkakaroon ng highlights yung plot natin. There, you see? Diba? Ang ganda, diba? Ang ganda ng ggplot2. And then you can also put annotation there. So if you run this, okay, it will give you this. Annotation, this period is yung COVID rally and tech boom. Okay, nagka-tech boom nung nag-COVID no? And then to 2024, market regime shift nung 2024. All right, so with that class, let's now end our, for those of you who are still here, natuto ba kayo class? I'll stop recording.